What's going on, guys? It's Ben here and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're heading off to Villa Park once more. Today we take on Brentford, newly promoted side, of course. They've actually started had a pretty good start to the season. They beat Arsenal 2-0 and then took a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace that maybe they deserve to win. So I think it'll be a close game, but I still think the Villa will edge it. Today I'm going to go for 3-2 to Villa and I'm thinking Danny Ings and Buendia will get goals. So yeah, let's just get straight over to Villa Park.
Aston 1-0. Failed to deal a corner and it comes back to him and he finishes it. Fucking shit start. It's 1-0 Brentford. Yeah, 1-0 Brentford. They put a corner into the box and it's flipped away and I don't know if you can hear it. It's cut back and there's just no one there, and Tony finishes it into a basically empty net. They do what they always do, they have everybody forward on the corner and they pick up the second ball, put it into the middle, and Ivan Tony's not going to miss from 8 yards. It's 1-0 Brentford after 7 minutes.
Oh. And again. Yes. Seconds. Oh, for fuck's sake, lads. Make it. Go, Garzi. We listen to them.
Just like that, it's 1-1. Buendia, come on, beautiful passing move. Targets ball over the top to Danny Ings. Plays a 1-2 with El Ghazi. Ings to the edge of the box. Buendia does the rest. It's 1-1. It's a lovely bit of skill here from Buendia. Turns, puts it in the top corner of the net. Outrageous from Buendia, and it's 1-1. How the fuck is that not 2-1? What a save by David Raya. El Ghazi's absolutely sold the fullback. Whips it in. It just hits Konsa, and then Ings slashes it straight into Raya. Oh, solid contact from Konsa, and that's in. And then Ings' volley straight at the keeper. That really should be 2-1.
Bars has had his number all game. On shot.
Sorry for that.
Ball.
Moment of confusion here. Emi Martinez picks the ball up, throws it up in the air to kick it long, and Buemo comes in, knocks it out of the air, and taps it into an empty net. And it's only about a minute of just confusion. We don't know whether it's a goal or not. It hasn't been given. It is still 1-1. But no, I've never seen that before. It's crazy. See, it is now in play. It's definitely 1-1. But just a bizarre moment, really. It's been a really topsy-turvy game, though. That's half-time, 1-1. It's been honestly a really enjoyable first half of football. Brentford have looked to attack every opportunity they've had. We've looked to attack. It's been very different to the Newcastle game. Could be about 3-3 as well. There was a big chance for Konsa and Danny Ings, and at the other end, Rico Henry should have scored. So it's been a really open game and could go either way in the second half.
Now work it.
Who's that big?
That's a ball. Ooh. We'll have that, we'll have that. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Well done, Buendia!
Go on, go on. Oh, come on, this. Fucking! Let's get a ball in, boys.
What is that? Fuck's sake.
Oh. Go on, go on, go on.
I'm not even a chance. Unlucky Ollie!
And we are back after another day out at Villa Park. So, to be honest, I'm not really sure what there is to talk about with this game. I mean, the first half was a good game of football. Both sides were coming forward. Both sides were trying to score goals. Quite different to the Newcastle game in that it was very open. There was a lot of space for the wide men. The strikers were actually getting ball into feet at times as well. And maybe there could have been 2 or 3 more goals. I know Rico Henry had a good chance, as did Ezri Konsa and Danny Ings. So I think maybe the first half could have been a higher scoring half, but it was certainly a good 45 minutes of football. But the second half was so poor. You know, the ref lost control of the game. Brentford were making a lot of fouls. We were making a lot of fouls. And it was just so stop-started that no team really able to gain any momentum and were able to actually impose their style of play. So it was a lot of just Brentford picking the ball up, trying to play their sort of football, and maybe there'd be a foul or a misplaced pass. We'd pick the ball up, then there'd be a foul or a misplaced pass. We wouldn't be able to get any of our game going. So there was absolutely nothing going on in the second half. You know, obviously, I think Ollie Watkins came on and maybe made a little bit of a difference. He was getting the ball into feet a little bit more and trying to spin players, and El Ghazi was also doing that as well. But there was just absolutely nothing really in the second half. You know, Ivan Toney barely got the ball on Brentford's end. You know, I think Brian Mbeumo didn't really get much action either. He ended up getting taken off, as did Sergio Canos. And for us, we maybe just lacked that killer instinct, that finishing touch at times. You know, I think Danny Ings is a perfect player for that, but he can't do that if we're not getting him the ball. And in the second half, we couldn't get Ings enough service to actually be able to get in, get chances, get shots on the goalkeeper, test him a little bit. And David Raya didn't really look comfortable with our style of play. He was coming out, he was being a little bit indecisive, his passing wasn't at his best. And maybe if we'd have imposed ourselves and actually, you know, pushed that weakness in the second half, maybe we could have gone and got all 3 points. But in the grand scheme of things, I think a point is probably fair. Brentford, you can tell already that they're not going down this season. That's 5 points already. They're undefeated. They've shipped 1 goal. They've scored 3 goals. So they look like a difficult team to come up against. And there will be teams, like Arsenal have, that will play Brentford and get steamrolled because they just won't be able to handle the intensity that Brentford play with. So I don't think a point is a particularly bad result. You know, I guess it is a newly promoted side, but actually I think Brentford are very similar to Leeds as they were last season in that actually they're a very, very difficult team to beat. They play, so maybe not the sort of gung-ho football that Leeds do, but they certainly play with the pressing game, with players getting forward. You know, that the fullbacks are very attacking, and that makes it difficult to play against them. So I don't think a point is a terrible result, as I say. I don't think there was enough really from our perspective to justify maybe deserving to win the game, nor was there really enough from Brentford to say actually yeah, that we deserve to lose the game. So as I say, a point's a fair result, I think. I think the starting lineup didn't really help us, the fact that we're missing players. Obviously we lost our captain Tyrone Mings, our midfield maestro John McGinn, and youngster Jacob Ramsey, all to injury. It's rumoured to be COVID, but we're not 100% sure on that, so I'm not going to comment. But we certainly did miss those, and obviously Konsa picked up an injury towards the end of the game. We were playing with our 3rd and 4th choice centre-halves, which maybe wasn't ideal for some of the nerves of the back four. And I think maybe we missed the distribution of Tyrone Mings a little bit, as did we miss the energy of John McGinn to actually be snapping at players' heels. I thought Young, Chukwuemeka, and who was the other one? Douglas Luiz. They had a good game in the midfield, but I just think we lacked that spark, that energy that McGinn brings to us. And maybe that ended up sort of costing us with the midfield battle a little bit more, and thus meaning that we couldn't create enough chances in the second half. We got to see Ollie Watkins return though, that's a good thing. Picked up an injury in our last pre-season game, and he's back, played 15 minutes today, so hopefully he'll get even more time in our next game, which I believe is Chelsea away. And then we've got Everton after that, 5:30 kickoff. I'll be there for that one, of course. We got a little glimpse of the Ings and Watkins connection up top as well, but I think that one will need to blossom and they'll need to gel together a little bit more. So, again, you can't really speak too much on that. And I think we'll be able to see Leon Bailey, Bertrand Traore and Morgan Sanson after the international break, although I'm not 100% sure on Sanson or Traore, but Bailey should be fit. So yeah, as I say, not really too much to sort of comment on, not really too much to actually, you know, dive into as such, because it really wasn't that great of a game in the second half. You know, there wasn't really any sort of VAR drama or anything like that. So on the whole, 1-1 draw, fair result. I thought Buendia looked good. His goal was obviously very well taken. And I think we've now got to see a little glimpse from all of our new signings of actually what they can do. You know, Twanzebe came in today and looked solid. Young's been a top professional. We've seen Danny Ings score 2 and assist 1. Leon Bailey's played about 15 minutes and got an assist. And now Emi Buendia's on the score sheet. For me, he was the man of the match today. Let me know what you thought. So yeah, again, not too much to get into. And so I think that's just going to be that for this video. I obviously got the Buendia goal on camera, so that's a separate video if you want to check that one out and actually you know, have a look at how the goal went in. It'll be in this video as well, but if you want to isolate that, feel free to. So yeah, thank you very, very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.